Hello everyone, hope you all are fit and fine, very good. So we'll continue with chapter 6, manufacturing industries. Yesterday I had told you that industries are good for the development of the country, very important, but there is a side effect also. Because of the industries, environment degradation is taking place. We had seen that all this pollution is, whether it is of land, water, air, every type of pollution and even thermal pollution is very bad for the environment. It is very dangerous for the environment, and when it is dangerous for the environment, it is dangerous for us also. So we must take care of it. The industries must follow some guidelines set up by the government in order to control pollution, so that the development takes place but its bad effects do not cause destruction of the environment. We were writing the notes, we'll continue with the notes. So take out your copies and pens and be ready to write the notes. We had written about air pollution and water pollution. So today we'll start with thermal pollution. Thermal pollution. First point, it occurs when hot water from factories and thermal plants is drained into rivers and ponds before cooling. Is drained into rivers and ponds before cooling. Second point, it causes cancer, birth defects and miscarriages. It causes cancer, birth defect and miscarriages. Third point, it destroys the aquatic life. It destroys the aquatic life. Fourth point, dumping of waste make the soil useless. This can be a point for land pollution. Dumping of waste make the soil useless. Full stop. Fifth point, rainwater takes the pollutants to the ground. Rainwater takes the pollutants to the ground, and the groundwater gets polluted. Rainwater takes the pollutants to the ground and the groundwater gets polluted. Next, noise pollution. Fourth subheading, noise pollution. First point in this, it is mainly caused by industrial and construction activities. It is mainly caused by industrial and construction activities. Second point, generators, machinery, saws and electric drill also cause noise pollution. Generators, machinery, saws and electric drill also cause noise pollution. Third point, it causes hearing impairment, increased heart rate and blood pressure. Fourth point, it also results in irritation and anger. So here we end the notes related to all types of pollution. We have one more topic to do in this chapter, so take out your books and be ready. The next topic here is control of environmental degradation. We had just now seen that industries are very important for the development of the country. We cannot say no to industries, we require them, but the degradation of the environment caused by the industries has to be controlled. So for that the government has laid some rules. There are some methods, so we'll just read and find out how this can be controlled. Every liter of wastewater discharged by our industry pollutes 8 times the quantity of fresh water. 1 liter of wastewater is polluting 8 times good water, fresh water, required for our drinking purpose and many other uses. How can the industrial pollution of fresh water be reduced? So some suggestions are given here. Minimizing use of water for processing by reusing and recycling it in 2 or more suggestive stages. The impurities, the bad chemicals, unwanted things from the water can be removed after industrial use, and after that this water can again be reused or recycled for various other purposes. Second, harvesting of rainwater to meet water requirements. Rainwater harvesting, it is another method in which during the rainy season water can be stored and this water can be used for various purposes. Treating hot water and effluents. Effluents are the wastewater coming from factories and industries before releasing them in rivers and ponds. So before sending these waste water and Third, treating hot water and effluents before releasing them in rivers and ponds. Before releasing the hot water and waste water into the water bodies, they should be treated. They should be treated means they should be made clean. All the impurities, all the poisonous chemicals which are there should be removed, and only after that they should be sent into the water bodies. Treatment of industrial effluents can be done in 3 phases. Now there are so many waste after the processes in the industry, and all this waste is in the water, so it can be treated. There are methods of treating this also. 3 stages are given here, 3 phases. A, primary treatment, which is by mechanical means, that is through machines. In this there are some processes: screening, grinding, flocculation, where tiny particles come to the surface and then it is removed, and sedimentation. Then you have the secondary treatment, that is by biological processes using bacteria and all microorganisms. And then there is a third method, that is tertiary treatment, which involves all the methods: biological, chemical, physical processes. And in this method, recycling of the waste water is done, so that this water after treatment can be used again for different purposes. Overdrawing of groundwater reserves by industry, where there is a threat to groundwater resource, also needs to be regulated legally. Alright, drawing underground water, taking out underground water, the industries are doing this, and you know that industries require a lot of water. So the quantity of water that they are taking out is taking the water level down, and this will lead to shortage of underground water also, scarcity of underground water which is at present available there. So that should also be controlled. Particulate matter in the air can be reduced by fitting smokestacks to factories with electrostatic precipitators, fabric filters, scrubbers and inertial separators. All these are different machines which can be fitted to chimneys and other things from where the smoke etc. and poisonous gases are coming, so that the particulate materials in the form of fine particles, solid and liquid waste which go into the air can be stopped. They can be filtered, and only after that the smoke or air goes out. Smoke can be reduced by using oil or gas instead of coal in factories. This is another method. Coal gives out a lot of smoke, so we can take this method of using oil and gas. Machinery and equipment can be used, and generators should be fitted with silencers. Noise pollution because of machinery and equipment. So those type of machinery and equipment should be designed which emit less noise, or silencers should be fitted to them so that less noise comes. In your vehicle silencers are there, and when there is a hole or a crack in the silencer, then what happens? The vehicle makes a lot of noise. So silencers are very important for cutting down the noise. Almost all machinery can be redesigned to increase energy efficiency and reduce noise. This is what I told you. New modern techniques can be applied. New machineries can be designed which give out less noise and use less energy also. Noise absorbing material may be used apart from personal use of earplugs and earphones. Using of earphones may stop the noise from outside getting into your ears. Earplugs are also there to cut off the noise. So all this can be used. The challenge of sustainable development requires integration of economic development with environmental concerns. So the government or the world wants sustainable development. Sustainable development means development using the required resources, but in such a manner that the future generations don't have to suffer because of what we have done. That type of development has to be taken care of, has to be done in the world, and for that you have to mix this development of economic development with environmental development also, or environmental concerns also. That is, economic development should be there, development of the country should be there, industries should be there, but we have to keep in mind that we have to take care of the environment also. It is not that we develop all the industries and all types of pollution is there, and then the future generations face all types of defects and problems because of what we have done. That should not be there. That type of development is known as sustainable development, where we use the resources and take care that the future generations don't have to suffer because of what we have done. Now NTPC shows the way. There is a short write-up about NTPC. NTPC is the National Thermal Power Corporation. It is a public sector company for generating power, and it was started in 1975. So what this company is doing, how it is doing good for the environment, taking care of the environment, that is written here. NTPC is a major power providing corporation in India. It has ISO certification for EMS, Environment Management System. It has set up such systems to manage the environment so that whatever waste is coming from this industry does not pollute the environment. The corporation has a proactive approach for preserving the natural environment and resources like water, oil and gas and fuels in places where it is setting up power plants. So when it sets up power plants, it takes into consideration that this power plant should not do any harm to the environment. So all facilities or all things that have to be done in order to save the environment, conserve the environment, protect the environment, that is also done while it is setting up a plant. This has been possible through some things that have been done by the NTPC is mentioned here. Let's see. Optimum utilization of equipment, adopting latest techniques and upgrading existing equipment. This is done. Modern techniques are used. Modern machinery is used. Second, minimizing waste generation by maximizing ash utilization. Ash is the main waste that is produced in the thermal power plants. So they have minimized this waste by using ash for various other purposes. Providing green belts for nurturing ecological balance and addressing the question of special purpose vehicles for afforestation. And what is done? They have started afforestation in and around the area where this plant is there. You find greenery everywhere. So the green belt is there, and the trees, you know that they purify the air. So in that way also they try to keep the environment clean. Reducing environment pollution through ash pond management, ash water recycling system and liquid waste management. These are different methods in which they have tried to save the environment by managing all these wastes that are coming, whether it is in the dry form, whether it is in the water form, wet form, whatever form it is coming out, that waste is managed in such a manner that the environment does not get degraded. Ecological monitoring, reviews and online database management for all its power stations. All the power stations are connected through computer, and through computers they know what is being done, how much effect is being done on the environment because of the smoke and things coming out of this industry, how they are controlling. Everything is available in their database, and that way they can keep on monitoring. They can keep on supervising all the activities that is being done all over the country in their plants in order to save the environment. So that way NTPC is doing a very good work to save the environment, and all other industries should learn from this and follow these techniques. Then our environment will become very nice and there will be no pollution. So this is what is to be done. So the thing is that we should take the initiative. The business people, the people of setting up industries, they should take the initiative. Instead of thinking only to make maximum profit, they should also think about the environment. Then only environment will become safe and we can live happily for centuries and centuries on this earth. I hope you have understood. So we'll continue with the notes for this topic, and then we'll start with the book exercises. Okay, so take out your copies and pens for the notes. Put the heading Control of Environmental Degradation. Control of environmental degradation. Below it, write some of the ways through which industrial pollution can be reduced are some of the ways through which industrial pollution can be reduced are: first point, minimizing the use of water, by reusing and recycling it. Second point, harvesting rainwater to meet water requirements. Third point, treating hot water and effluents before releasing them in rivers and ponds. Treating hot water and effluents before releasing them in rivers and ponds. Now there are three phases of this treatment. You can write A, B, C and put them under this. A is primary treatment. Primary treatment. This is A part of the third point. Primary treatment. Mechanical means that include screening, grinding, flocculation, flocculation, flocculation and sedimentation. Mechanical means that include screening, grinding, flocculation and sedimentation. B. Secondary treatment. B. Secondary treatment. In this you write biological processes. Biological processes. Then C. Tertiary treatment. Tertiary treatment. In this you write biological, chemical and physical processes which involve recycling of wastewater. So these were three parts of the third point. Now we come to the fourth point. Particulate matter in the air can be reduced by fitting smokestacks to factories with electrostatic precipitators, fabric filters, scrubbers and inertial separators. Fifth point. Smoke can be reduced by using oil or gas. Smoke can be reduced by using oil or gas instead of coal in factories. Smoke can be reduced by using oil or gas instead of coal in factories. Sixth point. Machinery can be redesigned to increase energy efficiency and reduce noise. Machinery can be redesigned to increase energy efficiency and reduce noise. Seventh point. Noise absorbing materials should be used. So these are 7 points under control of environmental degradation. Leave one line and then you write, what is sustainable development? What is sustainable development? Right answer to this: integration of economic development, integration of economic development with environmental concerns, full stop. Development that meets the needs of the present, development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs is known as sustainable development. With this, we come to the end of the chapter. Explanation and notes we have done. Now we'll move on to the book exercises. So take your books first. We'll do that multiple choice question that is given there. We'll start with that. First question in this: which one of the following industries uses limestone as a raw material? Cement. Second, which one of the following agencies markets steel for the public sector plants? SAIL, SAIL. Third, which one of the following industries uses bauxite as a raw material? Aluminium smelting. Fourth, which one of the following industries manufactures telephones, computer, etc.? Electronic. Then you come to this activity which is given there down. Give one word for each of the following with regard to industry. Used to drive machinery, starting with P. It is power. POWER. People who work in a factory. Workers. WORKERS. Third, where the product is sold. Market. 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 Fourth, a person who sells goods. Retailer. Fifth, thing produced. Product. Sixth, to make or produce. Manufacture. Seventh, land, water and air degraded. Pollution. Now this question number 2, answer the following in not more than 30 words, and question 3, write the answers of the following questions in 120 words. This we'll be doing in our next class. Alright, I'll give you the answers to all these questions in the next class. So be good and take care.